Hey guys, welcome back to the Union Leipzig Career Mode series. Last episode we just crawled out of last place, but with only a point separating us from safety from relegation, these next couple games are going to be huge. And obviously one of the big talking points in this series so far has been our defense, which, despite some signs of improvement, is still pretty abysmal, as we concede a lot of chances here early in the game. And the reality is our only consistent performer has been the goalkeeper, Kraus, who is really single-handedly keeping us in some of these matches. The first half passes us by completely as we don't create any meaningful opportunities. And on the flip side, it's taking an incredible performance from Kraus to keep us from conceding. It's genuinely nothing short of a miracle that we're still level here. 65 minutes into the game, a one-on-one with the goalkeeper again. Kraus comes up massive. Now, we're lucky to have him back there, but this is not sustainable. So with about 20 minutes remaining on the match, we just have the tactics wrong, I think. We can't keep conceding opportunities like this. So I'm gonna make kind of a bold change. We've been playing with a back four, but if you guys remember, the manager we're supposed to be playing as prefers a back three, which seems kind of offensive minded, but I think if we have our wingers play very defensively, it can kind of be like a back five. And this will also allow us to play two of our strikers up top. It's been kind of a bummer having Fofana on the bench so much. Maybe the two of them can find more goals than we've been scoring. And you know what? The change works pretty much immediately. We have so much more control over the ball with extra players in midfield, and in some ways, maybe the best defense is a good offense. As long as we keep the ball, they're not gonna be scoring. And a shot from distance tests their goalkeeper. Union Leipzig are suddenly back in the game. And our whole philosophy playing as Dennis Binder is supposed to be possession football. And suddenly, we're finding ourselves with a lot more of that. Zemeka Obi plays the ball into the middle. Fofana picks out Bergman. There you have it. Two strikers up top combine immediately for a goal. And with only minutes left in the match, it looks like Union Leipzig may have just gone on to get a big win here. Well, it's two of the substitutes combining. Emeka Obi for Nico Fofana, and he picks out the striker that's been struggling for goals recently, Bergman. Maybe the two of them can help each other find more goals collectively. And again, that goal has just breathed life into a Union Leipzig side that have looked pretty down over the past couple of defeats. And here we have Simon Wolf picking out Fofana, again finding so much space. Nico Fofana, taking the ball into the box. That's beautiful from our striker to pick out Wolf to score another goal. 2 assists from Nico Fofana. And you know what? I think it's been a mistake to have him on the bench for so much of the time this season. We've been missing that kind of creative force to set our other players up for success, and we've just seen a goal from both Bergman and Wolf, who have definitely not been converting as much recently. It's a massive win for Union Leipzig and 3 big points for us. And the talking points are that formation change, and specifically bringing on Nico Fofana, who absolutely starred in this match with 2 big assists. I think it's clear we're gonna have to continue with this going forward. It looked too good. And suddenly, we are finally out of the relegation zone into 16th place. That has to have been our biggest game of this season. We're roughly halfway through the year right now, and maybe finally starting to figure things out. Again, I think it's a shame I've had Nico Fofana on the bench for so much of this season. I was just desperate to have Bergman be like a goal scorer for us, but I think it's clear Fofana offers a lot more in his all-around play. He's a really good passer and playmaker. Maybe having him as a false 9 and Bergman as that target man would actually work really well. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Let's move away from this back four and actually back closer to how we were supposed to be setting up to start with this manager. We're going to a back three, and instead of a 3-4-3 though, we're gonna go with a 3-5-2 and have those 2 strikers up top. And now we can finally get a little more detailed with our tactics. We're gonna have a target forward and a false 9 up top. But this is where things are gonna change. Then we technically have a left and a right mid, but I think at times we're gonna need to play more like wing backs there. I don't know if we're gonna have space for all the players like Soko and even Emeka Obi to be playing there when we need a more defensive lineup. So I don't know, we'll see how things evolve, but for now I think it's gonna be about this central triangle of Bergman, Fofana, and Wolf. We have 2 defensive midfielders kind of behind them to clean up, and then also in our back 3, I'm dropping Bouchard, who's been a defensive midfielder, into the back line, and I think him and Schultz being so good on the ball means we'll be able to play out from the back well. But we'll have to see how the rest works out. For now, going into this game, I'm gonna put Soko on the left-hand side and then have our defensive right back Brandt on the other. Hopefully this will be good enough for us defensively, but we're gonna have to feel this new system out as we go. And I don't know, we're just trying to build a system around the players who we know have been playing well. And so far, that's players like Soko, Wolf, Fofana, and even Bergman up top. And now we're kind of fitting all of them into the same lineup. And hopefully this will work out for us. And you know, for a team that is supposed to be built around possession like Union Leipzig, or at least under the current manager, I think this formation suits us really well. We have a lot of bodies in midfield, we have capable players playing out from the back in our defense, and we're doing a really good job keeping a hold of the ball here early in the game. We've been completely dominant as Kruger finds Soko out on the wing here. He plays the ball to Bergman, who drops deep. Wolf looking to play the ball through now. Can he twist and turn his way into a good position? Yes, he picks out Bergman, instinctive first-time finish. That is a beautiful goal for Union Leipzig. Exactly what we were hoping with this new system. I mean, you talk about a possession-based goal. How many passes were involved in the build-up play there? It's just so smooth from our midfield, and I think it's a clear sign that maybe this new formation is this answer to the problems we've had all along. Now the offense has stepped up. We looked good with the ball, but the question is our defense going to remain firm with only a back three and a couple of those players not necessarily experienced at playing center back, as the young center back Lucas Schultz, who has been good in possession, shows he still has a lot to learn in terms of actual defending, giving away a huge penalty, and this could be the one that sinks us. Oh my God, Kraus has gotten his hands on that, and once again, the goalkeeper bails us out. I think he's quietly been our player of the season, Stefan Kraus. What a save there. And finally, Union Leipzig are starting to build up a little bit of momentum here. About halfway through the season, it's another win, and it seems like we're actually heading in a good direction. The new system is working, the players are starting to find some chemistry, and we're actually not looking half bad. And now check this out, guys. 15th place, 18 games into the season, and we're looking to maybe be safe from relegation. But there's only a couple points separating us and down there, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. But things are definitely looking up, and it's starting to click for us. I think the takeaway from this episode has been getting Nico Fofana more involved in the team. He looked great. And not only that, but his influence in the team is actually helping the rest of us. Bergman has now scored 4 goals. I mean, he's not lighting the world on fire, but it's definitely trending in a good direction. And I don't know, again, we can get all of our good players involved, and that means we're starting to look like a solid team. Soko, Bergman, Fofana, Wolf. I mean, we got some quality in this team, and it's starting to really show. I mean, I think we're going to see the limits of this system as we play some of the better teams in the league. We'll see how offensive-minded we're able to be when the pressure's against us. Maybe we'll need to consider a more defensive-minded left midfielder at times, but I think for now, the team is genuinely looking really good. So I know today's a bit of a short episode, but next episode is going to be the transfer window in January. So there's some huge news coming up for the team. You won't want to miss that one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next episode.